Hi, Jimmy Gowicks, Product Manager with Henderson Products. Here today to talk to you about the heart of our dump body, which is our hoist mechanism, more specifically our rear hinge. Starting off with our rear hinge, we have a 6x8 formed angle. It's 1/2 inch grade 50 high tensile material. On the bottom of our rear hinge, underneath of our hinge blocks, we have a dropout, as you can see here. This dropout allows material to fall out and not gather underneath of our hinge block. This reduces the risk of binding of the rear hinge if you have material up there, as well as corrosion issues if you have sand and salt sitting on your rear hinge plate there. So our rear hinge plates, 3/4 inch. These are slot and tab designed for precise fitment every time. As far as our hinge block here, we have an industry-leading 2.5 inch hinge block. These are machined for precise tolerances to keep the body upright and not swaying from either direction. This not only helps with your cylinder seals, because we want to try to keep it in that 5-degree cylinder oscillation. Not only helps with your cylinder seals, but also as a safety feature so your dump body doesn't tip over, and it definitely helps prevent that from happening. We offer a rear hinge block both in non-greasable composite bushing here. It's a greaseless composite bushing, as well as our greasable design, which has a grease zerk here and no bushing, and our pin is grooved with a grease zerk to mate up to that. Rear hinge pins made out of stainless steel. You can see how we have a flange here as it's a pin keeper. How this works, as you can see here, the flange is bolted to our rear hinge plate. This keeps your cylinder block on the dump body pivoting on that pin, which is what we want. A lot of our competitors use just a pin with no flange, and what you'll see is when they pivot, the pin is pivoting with the dump body. So typically a pin is going to be harder than the material it's pivoting in, so over time this is going to wear out your hinge plate. With our keeper plate here to keep the pin in place, all you're going to wear out is either your bushing or you're going to wear out your pin. So if you wear out your pin, you get a replacement pin. If you egg out your holes with your pin in there, you're going to have to get a new rear hinge or at least cut out a rear hinge plate and put new plates in. So great feature for longevity to keep you on the road longer. Also, if that bolt were to fail on the outside and it start to pivot, we do have a secondary safety here, so it keeps your pin from sliding out. Get you back to the shop so you can put your keeper plate pin or keeper plate bolt back in and keep you back on the road. On the greaseless composite bushings, which is shown here, typical lifespan of about 10 years without greasing. We do make a replacement kit which comes with 2 bushings as well as sealant to seal this in place so your bushing will remain in place. Like I said, we want to make sure it's pivoting on the pin instead of the pin pivoting, so it keeps it from seizing. And I guess that's just a couple things on why Henderson has a great rear hinge. Thank you very much.